I think I'm going to be attending Boss for the third time, and I'm super excited. I actually went for the first time to Boss Europe 24, and I have this really vivid memory of it because I went to my room, dropped off my bags, and then walked straight to the bar. It was the Sunday evening, and within 10 minutes I was having this quite a deep conversation with one of the other attendees, and I mentioned to him, like, this is just remarkable. Like, I don't get to talk about these type of topics with anybody else, or at least not anyone who seems to find them interesting. And it just felt like I had found my tribe. And the whole experience of Boss Conference kind of followed from that. I think Boss Conference is unusual because, you know, there is the session track and you get to hear some really interesting speakers and some great sessions. And then there's, if you like, the corridor track, or the conversations that you have in between those sessions. And it is unusual to go to a conference where both sides of the experience are so good. Definitely when I returned from my first Boss conference, it was like, well, now I'm going to have to go and book tickets to go to the American one. I think another aspect that differentiates Boss is I've been to other events, and I think most people who are watching this will have been to events where you feel like it's LinkedIn made flesh. And I'm not criticizing LinkedIn, but you go somewhere and it feels like you're constantly being sold to, and everyone that's there is kind of in a selling mode. And when you're a boss, it never feels like that. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying that there's no commercial activity happening at Boss. I'm certain, I know for a fact, people are picking up clients, they are picking up new customers, and yeah, there's plenty of commercial activity happening there. But it's, I don't want to say it's not this under the radar so much as it just never really feels like you're being sold to. And if you went around like trying to overtly sell to people, it would just be quite out of character, out of keeping with the atmosphere that's there. My second Boss conference was in America, and I remember kind of like wondering how it would be different from Boss Europe, and in particular because it was in America, and I thought, you know, maybe it would be like glitzier or somehow more glamorous or a bit slicker. But somehow Mark has managed to pull it off, and it is exactly the same as Boss Europe. Like, the atmosphere is identical, and many of the people are the same, and the atmosphere and the talks are you know, quite continuous with the ones that you get in Boss Europe. So it's really like Boss Europe, but with more Americans, and I really enjoyed it. It was I had a great time there. So yes, as an attendee, I've absolutely loved attending Boss conferences.